All right, guys, how's it going? Before I get into this video, I just want to let you know that today's streams will be at 2 o'clock UK time and 6 o'clock UK time, not 2 and 7 like they usually are. I'm going to England in the morning. I'm up early. I've got a lot to do tonight, so I just want to start an hour earlier. All right, so 2 and 6 UK time today. Right, I want to talk to you about Cesar Huerta, okay? I've added a news article to the front page of coptalk.com. It's, as you can see, have you noticed that? Look, on my website, look, you don't get no advertising or shite on there. Look, nothing. Just a YouTube video for you to take a look at. Now, because I don't need to clickbait anybody, me, just saying. Right, this is an interesting article. I'm not going to read it to you because if you want to read it, you can go and read it on coptalk.com. But we're going to look at the quotes and just mention a few bits because we previously spoke about this kid. Now, I would advise you to go to coptalk.com and to see the video that's on there because I think that you might be interested in it. So if you're not, just continue watching, my chubby cheeks. So, Cesar Huerta is a very talented forward that plays for Mexican outfit Pumas. And he's commented on his failed summer transfer to Liverpool. This one came out of the blue, do you remember? I think it was just after the transfer window closed. I think the club president there and then the manager, said that this deal had collapsed. Liverpool wanted him, but it was nothing that the player had done wrong or they had done wrong. It was something at Liverpool's side, outside Liverpool's control. Do you remember? And I remember making the video going, well, what could that have been? Do you remember? Anyway, the players has been speaking about it again. He was speaking after Mexico's 0-0 draw with Canada. He's a Mexico international. Now, just before we get into it, I don't know if I told you this, he's 23 years of age. He's a left-sided winger, but he can play on the right wing as well, and he can also play as a centre-forward. Very versatile. And his valuation is only about 5 million euros, which is 4.2 million pounds. That is set by Transfer Market, which isn't always a good indicator because the club, what the club are willing to pay is their valuation and what his club are willing to sell him for is their valuation. But the reported valuation is 4.2 million pounds, or just a little bit higher. So anyway, he's confirmed he was on the brink of joining Liverpool with his, quote, bags packed, and he was ready for the move. However, the transfer fell through at the last minute as Liverpool were unable to find a club to loan him to. Arne Slot's team had their quota of non-European players filled, so the plan was to loan Huerta out for a year, just like they did with goalkeeper Georgi Mamadashvili from Valencia, of course. Sunderland were up for the idea of taking him on loan, but they pulled out at the last minute, leaving him in limbo. Now, the player's agent, Gabriel Moraes, has previously commented, he spoke recently when he said the quality of the other options was not strong enough for Huerta to grow to be a Liverpool player in 2025. In other words, the other clubs that he could have possibly gone to, they weren't, good enough, if you know what I mean. Like Liverpool wanted him at a highest level as possible to spend his year out on loan. That was the idea, was for him to come to Liverpool in 2025. And Liverpool only wanted him to play in England, and by the rules, they could not loan him to another Premier League club. Not all teams outside the Premier League needed the position or could guarantee minutes during the 24-25 season. He deserved better, but life is like that sometimes. Now, despite the setback, Huerta remains optimistic about his future prospects. And he said, I know that sooner or later, if I keep doing things right, I'll get the opportunity. And his focus now, remains firmly on his current responsibilities with Pumas and the Mexican national teams. He also emphasised his commitment to his current club by adding, sometimes it's a train that only comes once and I'm focused on Pumas. So, what else is there? Right, so, we had a bit of info on this after the window closed. And basically, this article that I typed up says, Cop Talk sources claim that Liverpool remain interested in the player and we feel inclined to believe them. The club's continued interest in Huerta can be attributed to several factors, even with the transfer window currently closed. Firstly, his relatively low transfer valuation makes him an attractive option for a club like Liverpool, which is always on the lookout for promising talent that can be acquired without a significant financial outlay. And Huerta's recent performances, including his contributions to the Mexican national team, demonstrate his potential and ability to perform on an international stage. His versatility and attacking prowess make him a valuable asset who could fit well into Liverpool's dynamic style of play. Although usually deployed on the left wing for club and country, he's equally as comfortable on the right, and he can play as a centre forward too. Additionally, his age and potential for further development align with Liverpool's strategy of nurturing young talent to build a strong squad for the future. The club scouting network sees Huerta as a player who can be integrated into their system, providing depth and competition within the squad, as Rafa Benitez would say, squad, for sure. With future transfer windows offering opportunities to revisit potential signings, Liverpool may maintain their interest in Huerta as they continue to monitor his progress and performance. This strategic approach allows them to be well prepared to make a move when the timing and circumstances are right. Now, we have no idea if Liverpool will revisit this. But we have been told that they're keeping an eye on it now, on the situation. So Liverpool know they can do a deal, right, with his club. They know the player wants the move. They've just got to find, another club that would be willing to take him on loan in a future window, for example. Unless, of course, Liverpool left it until there was a vacancy, or not a vacancy, a slot available in the squad. We don't know when Liverpool tried to make all this happen, but it does sound a bit of I don't want to swear too much. My videos keep getting restricted by YouTube. It does sound a bit of a up, doesn't it? Because it sounds like they left it too late to try and sort out a loan club, and we know that Liverpool, went into the window with the opportunistic, vision, if you like. But if you leave it too late, then things like this happen, because then, if Sunderland did want him and then they went, we can't do it or whatever, then it's like, oh, right, what we're going to do now? Whereas if you had more of time during the window to work on it, I'm sure that they could have come to an arrangement with someone. It's, disappointing really, but we don't know the ins and outs, so we shouldn't be too critical. FSG out, you know what I mean? Bill and Ben, Richard Hughes and Edwards, they're to blame and all that. Just don't know what's going on, do you, sometimes? The only bit that we've had is that, let's be honest here, we didn't know anything about this. It only came out right at the death of the window, but it sounds like it only happened right at the death of the window. But the only bit that I've had in relation to it is I've been told that Liverpool are just keeping an eye on this. What does that even mean? Do you know what I mean? There's nothing to keep an eye on, is there? So all you can think of that means is that, because sometimes people, they'll say something to you and you can't really follow up. You know what I mean? They get offended if you ask more and more. Do you know what I mean? Did you hear that bleep? That means my bacon's ready. Priorities. See you later. Right. So yeah, I would imagine that Liverpool, keeping an eye on the situation, is watching how his progress continues to go, towards the end of this year, and maybe Liverpool will pick up some interest next year. If they are interested in doing something, then they need to find someone that can take him on loan if there isn't a slot available for him at Liverpool. I watched that video. There's lots of videos of players out there. The one I watched I thought was pretty good. So if you go to www.coptalk.com when you finish watching this video, right on the very front page, you'll see that news article. And if you just click into it, there's no loads of advertising and things like that. So you can browse it very easily. And in the middle of the article, I think there is this YouTube video that you can watch. And yeah, I can see why Liverpool would take a look at him. Do you know anything about him? No. I don't know. Go and take a look at him, see what you think, do your own research. Liverpool can't just look at a player and go, oh, it didn't happen, we'll forget that then, when there's a possibility of revisiting in the future. So I certainly think it's one that we need to keep an eye on. What I will do is I will keep an eye on this player for you, see how his appearances are going, how his performances are going and things like that. So that if he is linked later in the year, maybe in next year or whatever, then I can give you maybe some indication as to how he's been doing since this original attempt to sign him. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. I'm off for my bacon now. All right. So if you appreciate the video, please thumbs up the video. Please drop me a comment. If you want to buy me a beer or a coffee, hit the super thanks button. That's the love heart under the video. There are alternative methods in the video description as well, if supporting the channel. And yeah, that's it. So live on here today at 2 o'clock and 6 o'clock. All right. If I'm not live, bang on 2, I will be coming, right? It's just that I'm off to get my hair cut. and she might be delayed or something, but I will definitely be live this afternoon. All right. Okay, guys, thanks for watching. Speak to you soon.